Interested to know how good your memory is? You can do this on this episode. Better still, pit your memory against our golden boy Samuel.
Hello, Channel Lead viewers. Welcome to a new episode of Channel Lead. I am the Ollie
And I'm Jeff Samuel.
again. Yeah. What we're going to talk about is a memory, because I would think that a person who studies quite well, like yourself, could actually have a very good memory. Do you usually memorize the things that you are supposed to prepare for the exam?
Yeah, so for me, my memory skills are not that good. This is why I cannot really do more technical subjects like math and science, because for this you need to memorize a lot of formulas, a lot of complex definitions. So sad to say, it's not one of my strongest skill sets.
Okay, but when we are talking about memories, there are a lot of different types of memories.
Right.
So we have visual memory, whereby you look at some words and then you try to remember them. Then there's this thing called auditory memory, whereby I read out something and then you try to remember them. There is also spatial memory, whereby I can show you as a psychologist some figures and you try to remember how you can actually draw all these figures. There is procedural memory, whereby you try to remember a sequence of things, such as how to ride a bicycle or how to open a lock, like 3 clockwise, then you must go 4 anti-clockwise. That is procedural memory. And we also have episodic memory, whereby you can remember very well certain episodes in your life, what exactly happened in sequence. So of these 5 memories, which one would you say to be your strongest and weakest?
So my strongest will probably be the fourth one, the procedural memory. So for me, I tend to see the connection between things, so it's easier for me to remember and keep it in my head if I know what comes first or what is interlinked with. For my weakest, it will probably be the visual memory, because for me it's very difficult for me to picture something in my head. So I don't tend to use that memory skill set. I tend to focus more on the procedural memory.
Okay, so since we have a guest over here and the RI boy some more, so we are going to do a test on memory. So in this case, the viewers can also join in. What we are going to do is I am going to test Samuel on his auditory memory, because that's the only feasible thing to test based on our competency right now. So how a psychologist will conduct a memory test is very simple. In our case, I am going to read out 20 words. They are all 3-syllable words. So I'm going to say like something like Panadol. I'm going to repeat Panadol. Then I'll go on to another one. So I will read 20 words. So after 20 words, Samuel will be trying to remember what are the 20 words that I have caught out, and you can write them onto this little clipboard or little whiteboard. You can write in any sequence. So if you want to compete with Samuel, you can also pause the video after I have actually completed saying out the 20 words. Then you can write down the words in any sequence. You are given 1 minute to do so. After you have written all this, I will show you the list of all the words that are actually called out, so you can match against that list and we can see whether maybe you are better at it or maybe Samuel is better at it. Okay? Ready?
Really.
Okay, so I have my list of 20 words over here. So I'm going to read them out. So you try to remember. Once I say you can go, then you can start writing. Okay? In any sequence.
Can.
Regardless. Bicycle. Businessman. Engagement. Perfectly. Calendar. Suspicious. Classical. September. Benefits. relevant, relevant. Chinatown, Chinatown. Outlier, outlier. Singapore, Singapore. Electric, electric. Fanatic, fanatic. Powerful, powerful. Analyze, analyze. Creation, creation. Adapter, adapter. Okay, so whatever that you can remember, you can write that down now.
So Samuel has finished writing his answers. Maybe you can flash the thing up so you can see on the screen.
So back to our video. So as you can see, Samuel has got 11 answers. Is it 11? So according to Miller, a normal person's short-term memory can be between 5 to 9 items. It's usually between 5 to 9 items. So that in this case you have 11, so you are better than average. So what about you viewers? If you have actually attempted this, how many did you get? So we're going to keep this answer for another episode because based on Samuel's answers, I am going to teach you or share with you how you can better prepare your exams for better effectiveness. You're surprised, right? You can actually do that because the psychologists will actually know a lot about your short-term memory and long-term memory, and the sequence of words that Samuel has remembered probably follows a lot of different patterns and rules that have actually been established for a long time, and you can use this to share with you how you can actually better study. That will be another episode. So we thank Samuel a lot for being present for the last 3 episodes. If you want to see more of him again, you can like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. So how do you enjoy this experience of being on our channel?
So it's very interesting. I got to share about my own life, my own personal experiences, and the way I think about different matters. So it's the first time for me, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, that's great. So continue watching Channel Lead, and we will be continuing to produce very fun, interesting material based on psychology. Catch you again. Bye bye.
Screaming into my head.
Screaming into your head means
Like screaming like that's 1 year in, 1 year out, and it's just clogged up my head.